Hello there. Bloin K, how do skip 50k 20 easy peasy? Well, for starters, it's a little complicated because the maximum rebirth price happens at about life 47,000 and something. I'll leave a screenshot here of me hitting it. And it doesn't go up from here. Now, I honestly think it should, just not nearly as quickly, just so that it at least makes some things interesting. But anyway, it's pretty simple. And in fact, there's literal, I guess you could say, speedrun setups where it's like a minute long for this type of life. And you'd think, oh, isn't that a little, like, good? Yes. Anyway, the point I'm getting at is that this is the last setup video of this I will be making until life 100,000. Just because there will be simply nothing especially new to report in on. I mean, I could still make setup videos like beyond this life, but they won't be skipping 20 because that part of the video title is irrelevant now. It's insignificant. Now, without further ado, I will lead my zombie army out of existence because I need them gone in order to spawn my setup. Now, it's still not very impressive, but it is more impressive. Basically, I could make this setup a little bit smaller if I wanted to, but I'm kind of waiting on a couple of items. For example, I only need two, crystallized systems in order to get the evolution again, since I got the void drive. I haven't gotten a single crystallized system in the past, like, 2,000 lives, but I have gotten two king gold mines, meanwhile. So it's like, I like my luck there. And I also am one Dragon Blaster shy of another Hydra, but I also haven't gotten that yet. So it's like, oh great, I would have liked to have gotten this before I had to have made this video, because in order to keep it, you know, good to its title, I have to not be 51,000. But yeah, I think my time has been ran short, so I will show off my entire setup now. Setup still takes roughly a little under 2 minutes, or about 2 minutes. You know, ores got to go through first. So it's just a bunch of the Swole upgraders, the Grandfather Clockwork, and Ancient Coliseum are now involved in the setup, along with the new Ghosts. Those make it quite nice. And you might have already seen this in the other video, but this is like the official video actually showing the setup off. And the ores are already done, so get the Ore Nebula out of the way. And click this an absolute shit ton. I'll click ahead. And then it goes through a bunch of speedy conveyors, and this is the slow part. This is probably what I would get rid of to increase the speed if I really need to. And there's the final portion that it goes through under there, which I kind of like this. I like this a lot because it goes through a series of upgraders pretty quickly. I did at least manage to get a Brimstone Spires again, because if you knew from a previous video, I I crafted this in a different video, and man, is it the item. This will be for a later date though, but just note that I am going to tear it apart. And just like that, it's been, I think it's about a solid 2 minutes, like flat, like no more, no less than 2 minutes. So it is faster. And yep, there they are. The Void Drive is a really nice item to have, I must say. And of course, I got an absolute laughable upgrader. Anytime I get any of the super common advanced reborn items, my soul just gets ripped away, because it's like, I like how these items especially have like very easy evolutions, like evolution requirements, despite the fact that you get them more often when you're a high life. Like, they're your most common drops. So yeah, I guess we'll see where the setups in the future will be taking us, because pretty soon here we're going to get quite the beefy update, which will change a whole bunch of stuff. And just in that small little sentence, the star loop is quite fast. But yeah, a bunch more evolution items are being added to the game, which will certainly make things more interesting. And I forgot to change this out. Luckily my ping usually explodes and that just kills my setup. That's a good thing, right? It's lucky. But yeah, it's nice to see that the Miner's Haven future is still very bright, unlike the time where the update The Future is Bright came out and then there was no more updates. But yeah, here's my 50k setup. I'll show the ores going through the beauty of the beauty. Oh, I just killed my ores. You know, maybe if I use that automatic thing where you don't have to worry about it and it'll do it itself, I could still do that. But no, pretty much the replicator trick is that you don't have to manually like get rid of the items and it just does it for you, which is nice and all, but I just don't tend to really like do anything else while I'm playing the game. But it would make things a lot easier though, so pretty soon here I'm probably going to start using that. That and not rely on the Tempest Refiner anymore. I could probably ultimately remove that from the setup too if I get enough Hydras. But Hydras aren't necessarily the easiest thing to get, so we'll see. But yeah, I just like to make these videos as like a way of like showing the evolution of my setup throughout the times, because despite the fact that the last few of these videos have been pretty fast and recent, the first couple were like, they're like ancient compared to this, and it's like, whoa. I used to think that like a 7-minute rebirth time at life 20,000 was good because I just crammed any single upgrader I had to known to man in the base size and thought, oh yeah, if I just do this, G. And I was still barely skipping 20 with that. And now we have like 1 minute setups, or 1 minute and 30 setups more like. This one being on the slower side, but you know, it still does that, so I'm pretty happy. 2 flaming Schrodingers, that's great. I'm gonna use the ultimate furnace for this next example. Just so I know, the basic research center still functions, correct? Oh. Alright, I think that answers my question. It still works. So how about I just replace that? And I do have the ore memer in there. My question is, when are we going to get evolutions of the extremely rare reborn items? Because I wouldn't mind that. Considering the King Gold Mine isn't very good, what about an evolution for like, with like 3 or 4 King or Gold Mines that make it good? King or Gold Mines, yeah. And the Stellarite Mine, well, I haven't even gotten that one yet. But I'd imagine, from what I've heard, it's not very good either, so... You know, make one that takes like, yeah, 97 Stellarite mines, and then you get a decent item. Only decent. 97 is only warrants a decent item. But yeah, a bunch is getting changed. Slipstreams are going to be making a comeback from the looks of the Twitter pages, photos I've been seeing. Advanced Reborn evolutions are also becoming a thing, even though Advanced Reborns aren't necessarily all that special. Oh, and I didn't even pay attention, but the basic research center got me a lot of money, so that's a success for me. A bunch of trash items, and yeah, there's gonna be quite the update coming soon. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video topic discussion about Miners Haven and setups that are in Miners Haven. And with that, I hope you have enjoyed my little showcase of my Life 50,000 Reborn setup. The ores are making it to the end right now. I hope you have enjoyed my exchange of words into your ears of all the new grand things coming to Miners Haven pretty soon here. And with that, I shall rebirth again and get absolutely nothing. But the thought of the reborn items is what counts, of course. So I hope you've enjoyed this video and my dialogue and my no jokes. And with that, I shall see you in the next video, which will be probably tomorrow. So see ya.